Testing, testing.
All right, Mr. Link, you may want to read that item again.
Notice too, right?
It's always the long. Okay. All right, sorry to people at home for the technical difficulty there with the audio. In case somebody didn't hear it, I'll reread it for those purposes. We wish to announce that the Livingston Parish School Board in the Parish of Livingston, State of Louisiana, plans to consider adopting a resolution ordering and calling a special election to be held in the Parish of Livingston, State of Louisiana, to authorize the renewal of an ad valorem tax therein for school purposes at its meeting on Thursday, January 9th, 2025 at 5 p.m. at the School Board Office Conference Room, 13909 Florida Boulevard, Livingston, Louisiana. Foley and Judell, LLP, Jason Akers. Do we have a motion and second to adopt the resolution ordering and calling a special election to be held in the Parish of Livingston, State of Louisiana, to authorize the renewal of an ad valorem tax therein for school purposes? Ms. Bradshaw makes a motion. Ms. Caitlin Cochran seconds. Is there any discussion on this?
So this is a renewal. When is the existing one? When does it expire?
This one is just, it expires at the December 25 is when it expires. And this is, all you're doing today is doing the, going to be reading the announcement of the public meeting, and there will be additional meetings, hearings on this actual ad valorem.
Throughout the year or something?
Yes, sir.
So-
In January, there'll be an additional hearing on that, held on January 9th. And that will be in the announcement that he will read.
And I guess when we're asking for a special election, is there a time frame or period that item would be on the ballot or anything else? Or?
Yes, sir. It will be the election that this is going to be on with Foley and Jadell taking the lead on that will actually be in the May 25 election. And that's the same election that it has been on in the past.
There are other items, I'm assuming, in that election, not just this one item.
That's a question that we would have to speak to the clerk's office on to see what's on that ballot at this point in time. I'm not sure of that because I don't think it's passed, from my understanding from Foley and Jadell, it is not past the deadline to submit for things to go on that ballot. So we would not know of that yet until we speak with Jason Harris.
I was just wondering at the timing and everything else, and if that was the only thing on the ballot, which, could that be moved back or to later on, or there's no other elections during the year or whatever? So strategically, I guess, that's, just checking. So.
Got you. Right now, this is the timeline that Foley and Jadell is working through because there's dates and times that they have to work through to make sure that they hit those different indicators. But if that's a question that you want to ask, we can ask them.
Yeah, I guess
but
because
at this point in time, it's set for the May.
And I guess what I'm saying, this is so important to the ongoing construction and everything else that we have that, I just want to.
Absolutely. And look,
Sure,
there's
it's in
going
the
to be, there'll be plenty of information going out and some flyers, et cetera, that will be explaining all of this. But this is just that very first step of having that the announcement for the public hearing. This is just the very first step.
Thank you.
Do I need to read?
Need to read
Yes,
the
sir.
notice.
Yes. This is the announcement of public meeting. Notice is hereby given that at its meeting to be held on Thursday, January 9th, 2025 at 5 p.m. at its regular meeting place, the School Board Office Conference Room, 13909 Florida Boulevard, Livingston, Louisiana. The Parish School Board of the Parish of Livingston, State of Louisiana, plans to consider adopting a resolution ordering and calling an election to be held in the Parish of Livingston, State of Louisiana, to authorize the renewal of an ad valorem tax therein for school purposes. Okay, I think we've already had a motion and second. We will need a roll call vote for this. Ms. Tina, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Sharp,
Yes.
Ms. Robinson, Mr. Frizzell,
Yes.
Mr. Brad Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Cecil Harris,
Yes.
Mr. Cox, Ms. Cochran, Dr. McMorris?
Yes.
Mr. Link?
Yes.
And Mr. Harris, just to circle back real quick, this is a millage that has started in the 50s as the funding source and went 10 years ago when the renewal was passed. It was on the May 2nd, 10 years ago in that particular election.
Yeah, that's fine. I
Just wanted to share that.
This is really important for us to be able to get through and pass. I think
Absolutely.
the money's needed, so I just want to make sure.
Yes, sir.
Actually, pretty essential.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's essential, and I want to make sure that
Yes, sir.
timing and all is good, and then the message is good.
Thank you. Motion carries. Item number 5, it's an addendum, discussion and action on amendment number 2 to ICF consulting contract. The business manager, Ms. Kim Stewart.
President Link, Superintendent Purvis, and members of the board, I'm requesting the approval of amendment number 2 to the agreement between ICF Incorporated and Livingston Parish Public Schools for remediation services. This amendment increases the do not exceed amount by $500,762. And all ICF expenses are 100% reimbursable by FEMA.
We have any discussion?
Ms. Kim, is that what Guarantee used to do? Is that the same thing?
No, this is the company that, they do the services for, all of the project worksheets, all of the paperwork for us to get reimbursed from FEMA. And without them, we cannot do it.
Does this have an ending point to it, or?
The reason for this increase is to try to close out, we're trying to close out the flood in the next 6 months. So we're getting close.
Is this a bid process for this for a new?
We already did, we did a RFP or RFQ, whichever one. And, that was, the original contract, I think, was in August of '23, or the second,
That'd have been the second contract.
yeah, the second contract with them. So after 3 years, we did another one, and they got it again.
This is an amendment that requires board approval, but it is, and just to reiterate, it is I guess you could call it an in and out, because it is a reimbursable amount that's reimbursed from FEMA. And so this amount, we have to approve it as part of our minutes, but it is something that's reimbursed.
Just out of curiosity, when would this contract be, I guess, out for bid again?
This contract?
This type of contract?
Yeah, because
Is
this
it
is
3 years or 5 years?
Well, it was 5.
And so this company had a 5-year with a 3-year option? Is that what you saying?
5 with the 2.
Any other discussion?
It's not the same as the guarantee. It's not the.
Yeah, I understand. And I've had somebody reach out to me and ask me about this already. I was just curious.
They really were in the process of already doing so much for us for the flood, so.
All right, do we have a motion and second to approve Amendment 2 to the ICF consultant contract? Mr. Jeffrey makes a motion. Mr. Brad Harris seconds. All in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? There are none. The motion carries. Item number 6, approval of the monthly financial report, update on audit findings, payment of invoices, and district supplements. Do we have a motion and second to approve the monthly financial report, update on audit findings, payment of invoices, and district supplements? Mr. Brad Sharp makes a motion. Dr. McMorris seconds. All in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? There are none. That motion carries. Number 7, superintendent's comments. Mr. Purvis.
All right, Mr. Link, I'll be very, very brief. In your assembly, I have a few dates that I listed as reminders. Friday, December 20th is a half day for our students. Monday, December 30th, Thursday, January 2nd, and Friday, January 3rd. Our central office will be open. Even though the schools are closed, our office is open. And then on January 6th and 7th is our professional development days. And then our students will return to us on January 8th. On January 9th, that is our next board meeting, and I have a note in there about a reception in Assembly for you to see regarding a reception on January 9th at 4 o'clock. And I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. I can't say how much I appreciate the support from each of you throughout this year. And I can't stress how much the work that you do impacts our entire system and allows us to do what we do, and allows us to support our students and support our employees. So we appreciate each of you, and I know this is our last meeting before Christmas, so Merry Christmas, and we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Steve, we want to make mention, remind everybody about the Livingston Parish basketball tournament next week, Springfield High School. It's Tuesday through Saturday. We got some great teams. Monday.
Yep.
Monday through Saturday. But we got some great teams playing this year. So
Absolutely, and I appreciate you reminding me on that because I forgot to include that in my notes, but I will go back and add that, the brackets and the schedule. I'll go back and add that for y'all.
Is that taking, y'all have a couple of gyms going, or?
yes, 2 gyms.
Just one?
Just one.
We're not doing the other gym. All right,
One.
it'll be one. Yep.
There will be a hospitality.
All
And
right.
it will be a very cramped parking lot.
That's the most
but it will have some
important
great
thing.
games.
That's the first thing. Make sure that you people get us all the good stuff.
Right.
McMorris over there. We'll go there and see.
It's going to be great.
Yes, sir, I'm sure it will. Thank you for reminding us. All right, item number 8, discussion and action regarding confidential student information pursuant to LSA-RS 42:17-7. This item will be discussed in executive session. Do we have a motion and second to enter into executive session? Mr. Brad Harris makes the motion. Dr. McMorris seconds. Any opposed? There are none. The motion carries. At this time, we need everyone to leave the boardroom, please.